What was the meeting between E.D Mnangagwa and Ezekiel Guti? All that will be revealed in this video coming up. Hello and welcome to my channel. My name is Jethro and this is JCTV Zimbabwe. I want to welcome you to this channel. If you're new on this channel, please hit the subscribe button, and I love your likes and I love your comments and I love your contribution. And you can get in touch with me on WhatsApp, on Twitter, on Facebook, on Instagram, and we can get the conversation going on. Today I'll be talking about the meeting between E.D Mnangagwa and Apostle Ezekiel Guti, the leader of Zayaja Forward in Faith Ministries International. Apparently on the 26th of January, the head of state of Zimbabwe, our President E.D Mnangagwa, was seen at Zayaja Forward in Faith Church having a sermon and also attending a service there. So the reason why I decided to touch this subject is because of the underlying issues that I want you to understand. What was the reason for E.D Mnangagwa going there? First of all, Apostle Ezekiel Guti has got the biggest church in Zimbabwe. As we speak, it has got a following of about between 4 to 6 million followers. So we are looking at 4 to 6 million. If we combine this number exceeds the number of the voters that voted for both Nelson Chamisa and E.D Mnangagwa, and including their spoiled voters. So what does it mean? If you recall, in 2018, the beginning of 2018, as we're approaching the elections, that was way before Nelson Chamisa became the leader of MDC, like full-time, because by then Morgan Tsvangirai was still alive. It was Apostle Ezekiel Guti's funeral where we saw Nelson Chamisa kneeling down and being prayed for by Apostle Ezekiel Guti. I know the picture was deleted online, but I know that Nelson Chamisa was prayed for and the picture was also circulating, but I couldn't find it online. But I know fully that it was there. And the other person that we saw Nelson Chamisa paying obeisance to and allowing them to lay their hands on them was Blessing Chiza. I want to explain the connection between Blessing Chiza, who is the pastor and is a prophet, and Apostle Ezekiel Guti. Blessing Chiza is a son to Mr. Gurupira, who is the leader of Family Faith in God Ministries. So what is their connection? It means that Mr. Gurupira pays obeisance to Apostle Ezekiel Guti, and also Blessing Chiza. They call him probably grandpa or the spiritual father of my father. That's how the relationship is. So that means that it is still coming from one person's influence, who is Apostle Ezekiel Guti. That's number one. Number two, in the pastoral fraternity, if you check, most of the pastors, they came to the funeral of Ezekiel Guti. It was Emmanuel Makandiwa, the prophet, the leader of UFI, and Walter Magaya, the leader of PhD. These are some of the most influential pastors in Zimbabwe as we speak. So what it means is that Nelson Chamisa has not paid the heed to come to dialogue from most of these pastors. Be it other pastors from the HCC, pastors from Roman Catholic, and other guys who have come to Nelson Chamisa and said, let's have a dialogue. So the only last straw of E.D Mnangagwa was to approach someone that can be listened to by Nelson Chamisa. That is Apostle Ezekiel Guti. Number one, if you check also last year in January, when there was that meeting that happened at HICC, where people were discussing the problems or the way forward on how to channel a way forward for Zimbabwe, it was Apostle Guti who was there, and other ministers in the Christian fraternity who were there to chart a way forward of how to deal with the Zimbabwean impasse. And it was at this meeting that we found Nelson Chamisa attending, because of the presence of Apostle Ezekiel Guti. Number one. Number two, we also found that it is at this meeting where Nelson Chamisa clearly admitted that he was wrong, and the problems that Zimbabwe was facing, it was because of the politicians. All these interviews prior to that, we found that Nelson Chamisa was clearly blaming E.D Mnangagwa's government for the violence and for everything. But it was at this meeting where he admitted that it is the politicians that are causing the mayhem that is in Zimbabwe. That is also another point. So the reason why E.D Mnangagwa had to turn to Apostle Ezekiel Guti is because he really wants to be able to strike a dialogue with Nelson Chamisa and exclude General Chiwenga in the picture. And that is the reason why he could not go out for leave. He could not leave Zimbabwe. He only left Zimbabwe and he came back the very same day. He did not sleep outside Zimbabwe. Of course, you might say it's normal, but the truth of the matter is there are people that are in the army that want him gone. And if you check on Professor Jonathan Moy's blog, he has been saying that there is something that is going on. So it's not a secret that this is going on. You know, people might say, no, you are speculating, this and that. But we saw the same thing happening in 2017 when people were saying, no, everything is well between E.D Mnangagwa and Robert Mugabe. No, you are speculating. There is no coup that is going to happen, until we saw tankers on the streets of Harare. So denying the fact that there is something that is happening behind the scenes, because where there is smoke, there is fire. So what am I trying to say? Having a dialogue with Nelson Chamisa will exclude General Chiwenga completely out of the picture. That will solidify the presence of E.D Mnangagwa, because having Chamisa on the table, it means that they are going to form probably a government of national unity, and Nelson Chamisa might be given a post, but E.D Mnangagwa will remain the president. And by so doing, they can decide to amend the constitution, and they can actually exclude General Chiwenga in the picture. However, there is another corner of the story that you also need to understand, which is that there was a joke that was said by someone on my friend Pardon Kambakwe's blog start. In Shona, he said that ukarwa nemukadzi wemunhu iye asipo karovana naye, murume wacho paanouya ndopanoziva kuti the real fight is going to start. Get that one. So which means that Nelson Chamisa, in now his rhetoric, is now saying that the army must be involved. That also has sent some chills into E.D Mnangagwa's camp, that if this boy is going to engage the army, then it means that I'll be completely annihilated out of the picture, because the army right now, if they say let's go left, it's left. We cannot do anything, because they are the ones that call the shots. They are the ones that control the state intelligence. They are the ones that can install whoever they want into the presidium. So if Nelson Chamisa is now saying let's engage the army, it means that he knows and understands how powerful the army is and how powerful General Chiwenga is, and the possibility of him ousting E.D Mnangagwa and installing him as the president. So it's a better of the two. The other one is thinking, if I have Chamisa on my side, I'm safe. The other one are also saying that if we have Chamisa on our side, we are safe, because the army knows that if they do a coup right now, the SADC might reject that. But if they can reveal secrets that will allow E.D Mnangagwa to resign or to be impeached by his party, then they are winning. So this is my submission. I believe that the meeting between E.D Mnangagwa and Apostle Ezekiel Guti was to try and convince Nelson Chamisa to come to the dialogue so that they can solidify the presence of E.D Mnangagwa. This has been my submission. Tell me what you think on the comment section. Send me your comments and please join our WhatsApp group. Subscribe to this channel. Follow me on Twitter. Follow me on Instagram. I'll see you next time as we touch these fascinating subjects.